am I dancing to? I don't know. But what's up, y'all? This is Ty. How you doing? It is December already, man. Y'all get y'all Christmas shopping. Y'all see a little bit of my Christmas tree over here. It's in this spot. Kind of had to move it over so I could do my recording tonight. Shout outs to my people. Atif, June BLC, Miss Tasha, DB, Penny, T Trisha, and all the rest. Shout outs to y'all. My new subscribers, I love y'all too. Thank you for subscribing and rocking with me. I see y'all helping me build this little channel up, and that is cool. Also, those of you who like hearing me sing, Shua, I have joined Smule thanks to T Trisha, and that is she's the one who told me about it. It's an app where you sing, so I'm singing on that. You can find me if you look under the name The Ty Show. Look, I don't even know my name. I'm like, The Ty Show. Anyway, so we got that out of the way. You can check me out on Smule The Ty Show. I'll be singing and doing that. Of course, I may bring some of those videos over here. But let's get right into this. We are here right now to review Season 2, Episode 3 of For Life. And this show is just fascinating to me. I love this show. It's so well written and well acted. And tonight's episode, I feel like this season, each episode is just getting better and better. So, like I told you, Aaron is a man who was wrongfully accused of a crime that he did not commit, went to jail for 9.5 years. Then while in jail, he became a lawyer and he was helping others. Now he's out. So now that Aaron is out, he has made this deal with Richardson. We saw this in last week's episode. He made a deal with Richardson where Richardson would fund him so that they could so that they can bring justice and bring light to things and that are ignored, and expose things and do some good in the world, basically. But see, they have two different, Aaron really doesn't trust Richardson. Richardson is rich and wealthy, but Richardson wants to prove a point, and that is why he asked Aaron to take on this case, which is a very interesting case. Sad, but complex, and, I see kind of both sides of it. And the case was about this woman, this mother, who takes her son to Westchester Hospital. It's a fancier hospital in the Westchester area. She lives in the Bronx, but she doesn't take her son to the hospital in the Bronx because that is a raggedy hospital, basically. So she wants to get her son the best care. Who doesn't want to get their child the best care? So she takes him. I think he had like a head injury or something like that, but they're like ignoring her. And she states that she stayed in there for 6 hours before they could get anything done or do anything for him. So she pulls out a gun and holds people hostage. Sort of like, what was that movie with Denzel Washington where he pulled out the gun and it held, y'all are gonna help my child. My son's gonna bury me. I'm not gonna bury my son. I forgot the name of that movie, but she kind of pulled one of those. Y'all could tell me what the name of it is in the comment section. She pulled one of those stunts where she was like, she drew a gun and said, y'all gonna help my son. And see, as a parent, I understood that part. Then the other side of me is like, you can't be pulling out guns on doctors and nurses because you don't like the speed that they're working. But I understood because at the same time, this is like discrimination. Because it turns out this hospital tends to, when the black folks roll up in there, they tend to take their sweet time. Oh, you're bleeding. Oh, just sit there for 7-8 hours. We'll take care of you. And then the white folks walk in there with heartburn and you treat that quicker. So she was frustrated. So she pulled out this gun. And she said she'll do it again because had she not done that, her son wouldn't have got the treatment and the care that he needed. Because if they would have waited any longer, her son could have possibly died. So Aaron is taking on this case. He's taking on this case. And Aaron, being that he is a former inmate himself, he feels the pain and this whole thing with family. And he spent 9.5 years away from his own family, so he's feeling that pain. And that's the thing that is going to get to him, is that And like what his colleague told him, you feel the pain because you're from the inside, so you know what a lot of these people who stand accused, what they're going through, and that's going to be a blessing to you as you take on these cases, and it's also going to be a curse because you're going to feel the pain so much and feel for these your clients so much. So now Aaron and Richardson are kind of clashing because Aaron feels like Richardson is grandstanding and he's using this woman as a madar so that he can embarrass this hospital and take them down for the discrimination because, you know, they have a history of treating black and people of color, other people of color, those patients differently than they do their white counterparts. As we saw when we found out there was a lawsuit against them that was settled, and those people even spoke about you had a black man and a white woman who were co-workers who mentioned that, you know, they had a conversation, they went in the hospital around the same time. He had pain, they made him wait longer before they gave him medication. The white woman went in there, she had pain, they gave it to her like that. So this episode tackled that and spoke on that. Now we meet Charlotte, who is basically Aaron's biggest fan. She's so fascinated with Aaron, and her character seems likable. She's willing to take a whole year off from law school or whatever school she's in so that she can work with Aaron. And she says she'll even do it for minimum wage. That tells you she got money and she got privilege, that she can do that. And she even said she knows she has privilege, so she was so fascinated with his story that she wanted to come in here and you know, support him and work with him and help him. So she's working in his office and she's working with his daughter. And his daughter is feeling some kind of way as well because she's still, I guess she's processing all this. She's still worried, will her father remain free? Because, you know, he has this probation officer and, you know, it was 9.5 years, so she's very affected. And she's also noticing with Aaron that Aaron may have some PTSD, I'm sorry. May have PTSD signs, some signs of that because, you know, as we saw in the last episode, a door slams, he's jumping, he hears sirens, he's triggered. Today this episode when he was sitting with his daughter and they heard some glass, he kind of jumped a little bit. He's triggered. We see him in his office. We see him go to the bathroom. He's seeing visions of the guards and stuff that are not really there. So I'm feeling for Aaron, but he's trying to stay strong. And he's trying to say, no, I got this. I'm good with this. I'm really good. I got this. So now, back to this case. Aaron is going, it was so good. It was so good, this episode. Aaron is defending this woman, and he's taking the angle of, you are always discriminating against people of color, and she did what she had to do. Yes, she was wrong, but she did what she had to do because of your discrimination and the way you were going to just let her and her son just sit there. And he kind of proved that in court, so much so that they were willing to make a deal with her, lower the charges, and I think instead of getting 25, because she stood to get 25 years to life, if she was found guilty, but they reduced it down to something like 4. Now this is where Aaron and Richardson clash. Richardson is over here talking to Aaron's clients, and he's telling them, you can still fight. We got them scared. Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, dude. But at what stake? You don't have any risk in this. This woman is risking her time with her child and her husband. You're telling her to fight, fight, fight. And I love that scene that Aaron had with her where he told her, he said, listen, I was innocent and I fought. And in the beginning, I still went to jail and did 9.5 years. You don't want, and I agree with him with this. It's risky. We don't know if you're going to win that case. This goes to trial and we go up to Westchester and it's predominantly white people. You don't know if you're going to win that case. So he was right when he told her that she didn't know she was going to win that case. They don't know if they could win that, and you're going to end up with 25 years as opposed to the 4. Now you do the 25 years, your son going to be 30 something years old with his own children. So you don't want to miss out on your child's growing up. So I agreed with Aaron on that. But now this case also affected the home, because remember, Aaron's wife, Marie, she works in a hospital. And when she found out that Aaron was taking this case, she wasn't feeling that, because she felt like, listen, you're going to take this case to, and her side was, as someone who works in a hospital, if you take this and win, you're sending the sign that people can draw guns out on hospital workers and doctors and whoever if they don't like the way their treatment is, or if they feel like they're not being treated properly, or they disagree with the treatment at the hospital. So I understood her side too. But they also had some other issues going on. Well, they are getting it on. They are having sex, which is good. That's a good thing. But she brought up Darius, and she tells her that Darius, as you know, is the friend who, once Aaron was arrested and went to jail, had the nerve to get in a relationship with Aaron's wife. Tacky, disgusting, gross. I don't like it. And so that's a problem still. But then she asked him, Aaron's wife, Marie, she asked him, she said, I noticed you threw Darius's shoes out. Damn right he threw his shoes out. I would have threw his shoes out too. He don't live here no more. He don't live here. I would have threw his shoes out too. So she said, maybe we need to talk about that. We need to discuss that. So I like that dynamic, that their relationship is not all roses and rainbows. There's things they have to work through. Also, when Aaron was away, she put his things in storage. So we see in this episode that he also goes to the storage to get to look at some of the stuff, and it has him questioning things. And he asks her, how long ago did you put this stuff in storage? Because he want to know, when did you throw me away? How soon were you giving up on me? So he's in his feelings, and rightfully so. So I mean, really good stuff here. So complex, so much going on. Now back with the case, the family is deciding they're going to take that settlement, which I think makes sense to take that settlement. Richardson is not pleased with that, because Richardson wanted to fight more, but he's not going to drop his funding for Aaron. He's going to continue to fund Aaron, which I thought was good. So I mean, this episode it was so much, so complex, so much going on. Let's talk about Aaron's probation officer, Scotty. Scotty is now starting to see that his bosses, because he works for his boss, that they're wanting him to go down here and investigate and look at. They're telling him, why don't you go look into Richardson? Because why is Richardson now having Aaron work under him? Now Scotty is starting to feel like he's doing the devil's work, because he's like when he does go meet Richardson sees him and it's like, yeah, so how does it feel to be on the inside working with a system that's against you? And I love that scene between Scotty and Richardson, because you could see where Scotty's like, wait a minute, I work for them, but this ain't right, this ain't cool, this dude seems legit, and y'all just trying to, tear him down. And Richardson had invited Scotty, you don't want to know what we doing? Come to the court. So Richardson did come to the courtroom and see what was going on. Scotty did come to the courtroom and see what was going on with Richardson. And now you see Scotty is like, okay, I see that y'all are doing some good here. So I think that Aaron has a friend in Scotty, I think. Not just a probation officer. I think Scotty's torn. He's doing his job, but at the same time, he knows this is some old bull. This is some complete bull. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I thought this episode, like I said, the episode was so good. I enjoyed it. I'm feeling all this. I'm hoping that Aaron can get over his PTSD. You know, he's got to get some treatment for that. I'm loving that him and Maria slowly working things out, and we see that next week he's going to have a conversation with Darius, because you know in this week's episode I forgot to mention this part. She said Darius reached out talking about he wants Aaron's number. Nah, bro, I don't want to talk to you right now. That's complicated right there. So I cannot wait till next week so we get to see what happens with them next week. So overall, I thought it was a great episode. Tell me your thoughts. Did you enjoy it? I thought it was excellent. And I'm looking forward to next week and to see how Aaron's story on the outside unfolds. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Wait, please like, comment. I said comment. Comment and subscribe. You know, gotta speak correctly, right? That's it for now. That's all I got. I will see you in the next video, and you all be